Here's the animated pen mockup. If you can't see this timeline, go to Windows, turn it on here. Let's put a design on this now. So step 1, this layer here says double click smart object. So we double click that. Step 2 is double click this smart object. This is an invisible one. Don't make it visible, keep it that way. And don't edit the contents of this folder either, because it might mess things up. So let's double click this smart object. Here's my design, so let's get a new one on there. So go File, Place Embedded. Now this design is a square design, it's not really suitable, but it's you'll get the idea of what you need to do. So you drag your correctly shaped design on there, stretch it out to fill the area. Unless of course you want some of the pen showing at the top and bottom, but this is going to be a full wrap. So close that, say yes. Let's close that, say yes. It's important you say yes to these. And there you go. You can move the indicator here to show everything's working. When you're happy you've got everything as you want it, your design's in the right place, go File, Render Video. Give it a file name, choose a folder. These are the recommended defaults, so I'd keep them, but if you need to change, say for example you don't have, you're on a Mac and maybe you don't have that codec, use QuickTime, it should be okay. Then render. Depending on your PC, could take seconds, could take minutes. This is going fairly quick. And there you go, and just navigate to wherever you saved it, and you should have a looping video. Now, a few things to mention. If you don't want to use this background, you can double click there and go File, Place Embedded, and put whatever you want in there. Close it up. The prompt will say, do you want to save it? Make sure you say yes. It's possible to have more than one pen if you want, or change the orientation of the pen. So select that folder. I'm pressing Ctrl T to rotate. Probably doesn't make sense to have the shadow on, so let's turn that off. And as you see, if we scroll through, the animation's still playing, so then just go File, we'll call Render Video. Okay, as I've already shown you, you can turn the shadow off if you want. Say for example your design wasn't entirely covering the pen. So for example it was like, had a lot of transparency on, like this one does. You have got an option to change the pen color if you want. So that's, double click this color overlay to change the color. When you do that, pop-up appears. Here you've got a color selector. So undo that. Same applies to the tip. If you want to change the color of the tip, double click color overlay, set that to whatever you want. If you want to have more than one pen showing, that's possible too. You just go to the high level folder, pen, and drag that onto the plus icon there, and then get your movement selector there, drag it to the side. As you see, they'll both be playing now. If you want a different design on the other pen, one thing you'll need to be aware of is expand to the body, select the layer. I'll show you what would happen if you didn't first. Let's double click it, double click this, turn that on, turn that on. See, it's applied those changes to both the pens. Now you obviously probably want it to be unique to each pen, so what you do is you right click it, and then, sorry, you've got to right click it over the text, that's right, and then go new smart object via copy, and then get rid of that one that was already there. And now if we go and make a change to one of the pens' design, it hasn't affected the other one. And that, I think, is everything.